What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. This situation with Emiru at TwitchCon is spiraling out of control. For a quick catch up and a TLDR of what transpired, because most people have seen this by now anyways, Emiru was doing a meet and greet with some of her fans, and this situation took place. Really creepy dude, zero security. The only security that came is Emiru's personal security guard was the closest one, ran over, shoved the guy away and says, "What are you doing, man?" None of Twitch's quote unquote security seemed to care or do anything about this guy. So he shoved him down. "What are you doing? Get out of here."
Whoa.
Pushes him away, right? And you'd think that'd be bad enough. But first off, after that transpired, you'd say, I'm sure they're going to have some follow-up and Twitch is going to come at this guy and I don't know, at least detain him for the police to come and question him and maybe issue charges based off of Emiru and what he even did to her. God only knows if this guy's carrying a knife or whatever. Well, here we have a clip from Best Friend saying, "Well, I found a better view of the guy who assaulted Emiru. He seemed to walk away alone after doing so." So this is the dude. This is probably the best view of his face that we have. And let's see. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I got a hashtag give it back.
There he is in the back.
So
you see him just walking away.
Same meet and greet was pretty cool though.
Oh, right there.
That was fun.
There he is.
Saw the homies back there.
Walking right by like nothing happened. Right after. This guy.
That was fun.
There he is. Very, very strange. There he is, right there. And here's the craziest one. So you would think Twitch would have detained this guy or done something at least after that. They would have gone and found him. Sounds like to me, Twitch was completely underprepared for anything to even transpire, because from what I've witnessed, this guy got shoved away by security, walks away, and now we have, from Drama Alert, footage appears to show the man who assaulted Emiru walking out of the front door of the San Diego Convention Center, just casually. There he is, right there in the background there. That's 100% the same dude, same outfit, everything. Same walk. Just casually walking across the street like nothing even happened to him. And here we have Emiru addressing the situation. "Hello, everyone. I'm okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry, I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creators meet and greet to grab me and my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed out it could have been a lot worse." One of those people was me when I was originally covering this, looking at, oh, wow, it looks like he's holding something like a knife in his hand. And maybe he hesitated and didn't go forward with anything that could have been catastrophic. But we'll never know because he was never detained. No questions were asked, and he was allowed just to walk out as far as I could tell. Emiru continues and says, "I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this. But to tell you honestly, I am a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true that my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to the police at a past TwitchCon. Which that I covered that in a previous video talking about the situation. That in itself is so damning on Twitch that I don't know how they're able to even try to recover from this situation. It is insane to me. Her own private security guard was not allowed to come with her because someone's fifis got hurt that he was holding their arm waiting for the police because the guy wouldn't stop stalking Emiru. Think about that for a second. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip, since they don't even appear in the frame, LOL. The woman who is walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my best friend. None of the TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened and immediately laughing and moving on to talking about something else. Yikes. Yikes, Twitch. And oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what Twitch quote unquote security looks like at one of these events, this is from Emerald Apple saying, I honestly can't find any actual quote unquote Twitch security from random video clips from this event. Is this a joke? Are these clowns supposed to be quote unquote security? Some are overweight, and one is even not paying attention. None of them seems like they could handle any security issue at all. Look at these people. This is Twitch's idea of security. And they're going to be ramping up this? What are we doing? Emiru continues, so if no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything, and they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing, LOL. In Twitch's statement, they said the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from the meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. And this, oh, by the way, is he was only detained and caught hours after he attacked me. That's still taking Twitch's word for it. I press X to doubt that even happened, because we saw videos of this guy getting up, walking away through the convention center, and then walking out the door of the convention center across the street. So something tells me that someone's still lying here. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing a book on here. Thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, and it saddens me to say, as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon, I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. It did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I can't imagine how creators without those options would feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything is going to be okay. And this is Twitch's official statement in response to it. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. What are you going to do about it, Twitch? In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. That doesn't tell us you did anything. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to TwitchCon premises? How? Doesn't look like anyone said or did anything to this guy. Sounds like he just got up and left. And they are banned indefinitely from Twitch. How are you going to enforce that? You don't even know who this guy is. Both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team and, per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. Nothing in here tells me that this guy was apprehended or even found out who he even was. This is just a bunch of words that are put together to make it sound like they did something, but they actually didn't do a damn thing. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee checkpoint, and we'll have additionally security personnel surrounding participating street. My goodness, imagine being someone here for the meet and greets. I would feel pretty uncomfortable knowing that security allowed someone to walk up and literally could have just stabbed me and murdered me in cold blood in front of people. Crazy. And of course, Twitch says they have a zero tolerance for harassment. Yeah, I bet they do. While they cultivate the exact environment where they say they stand against it, they were immediately community noted, saying, according to Emiru, the assaulter was not detained until hours after the incident happened and was done so after her manager was pressing Twitch to do something, which I would say I doubt that even happened. This is Emiru saying what Twitch told her, and she's trusting what Twitch said, which, again, press X to doubt. Tectone says Twitch's only punishment for the streamer that attempted to sexually assault Emiru was a 30-day ban. Bunch of questions. I've been banned for longer over calling someone fat and a whore. Hello? Dan Clancy needs to step down. Serious changes need to happen. Here's Emiru in a quick clip talking about her conversation with Twitch about what transpired, and this is wild.
Okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling.
You can tell she is legit, like, mentally affected by what transpired, and rightfully so. That's like jarring, very, very scary for a cute little girl to have a monstrous dude walk up to her like that and zero security. Like bro.
Now, and I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
The guy needs a full psych eval, needs to be apprehended, needs to spend the night in jail, needs to have charges brought against him. What does Twitch do instead? From what it appears, looks like they just pushed him down, let him get up and walk out, and say, yes, we're banning him for 30 days. She's losing it. I don't blame her.
What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they
were only going to ban him from Twitch for 30 days, which again, press X to know, because I don't even think they know who he was, but they had nothing to do with the convention. He could come back tomorrow. He could come back later in the day. They weren't going to do anything to this guy. Are we serious, Twitch?
They change it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way.
So they change it to indefinite after the pushback, after an hour of thinking about it. What the hell?
These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Wow. Now, she says she's not going to name drop, but that basically is name dropping. You can just look up those positions. Oh, and Asmongold also confirmed who they were and said she also spoke to Dan Clancy about this, and she's not very happy with the responses that she received.
Also, later the same night, I'm not going to drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, but I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were
Dan Clancy
out partying.
The head of Twitch, instead of dealing with this situation, he was out partying. Think about that for a second. That is insane. Asmongold says, crazy to me that Twitch just straight up lied about protecting creators from sexual violence, and there's video evidence that proves it. The fact that an Amazon-owned company actively tried to cover up sexual assault should be a lot bigger story than it is. But this is Twitch. This is their mantra. This is what they do. Sweep it under the rug. Hopefully no one notices or says anything. And these events have happened historically every single TwitchCon. But now they finally caught one on video, and Twitch can't sweep this one under the rug. They're trying their best to downplay it, but this is a massive situation, a massive problem. These big-time creators are in position to meet and greet out in public, out in the open, and they are facing dangers of society because of Twitch's atmosphere that they themselves has cultivated. No one other than Twitch has allowed this kind of environment to cultivate the way it is and grow and fester. It's disgusting, absolutely abhorrent. And what's going to come from this? I don't know. All I know is it's very important for everybody to keep the pressure up, keep pushing forward with it, and keep exposing the truth. I think it's a terrible look that Twitch gets community noted on X for them trying to defend themselves and back away like it's not a big deal. And the community note exposes their lie. It's a complete embarrassment. Dan Clancy needs to not just step down. I would argue Amazon proper needs to fire him publicly, apologize to everyone, and put leadership in place at Twitch that can actually do something. Protect the creators, defend them against this type of environment. And until that starts happening, Nothing is going to change. And as far as the future of TwitchCon, depending on their contract status with the San Diego Convention Center, this may be the last TwitchCon the world ever sees. And you know what? After what just transpired, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Anyways, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.